Hi, hello, testing. 1, 2, 1, 2. Is this thing on? Well, it better be because we're recording. Hi, welcome to Chats with Maritz, the podcast. I will be your host. My name is Maritza Almada. If you don't know me yet, nice to meet you. And welcome. All right, now that I have all of you gathered here today, I know all of you have many questions like what, when, where, how, who, why. And those are great questions never asked before, and I would love to answer them for you. So let's start with the first one. What a podcast, as I've said before. Sometimes I'll have guests, sometimes I'll be solo, sometimes we'll have deep conversations about the state of the world, and sometimes they'll be shallow. Yes, I did need to rhyme there. I love rhymes. I would apologize, but I won't because I love rhymes. And sometimes, you just got to say it when it comes. Or when you write it beforehand and then say it when it comes, as the joke goes as well. There will be no niche topic. I know everyone on the internet is saying you need a niche down, niche down, niche down. But what is a niche? If you know anything about me, you know that I have a new hobby every Tuesday and Wednesday and have a new project that I have not finished, which I don't think you can see right now, but behind me is an unfinished project that I still don't know what I want it to be, but I know it'll be great. And I am holding on to finishing it because I just know that it'll be great once I know what I want. And right now I do know that I want to create this podcast. And here we are. Okay, no niche. Yes, I always have so many different interests. And I do want to name a few because there might be other ones that I'm missing. So please let me know what other topics I should be interested in. So I love art, literature, music, weightlifting, the human psyche, psychology, philosophy, photography, poetry. Yes, I got in the flow of P words. um, I just love good food, even though I'm not the best cook, but I love good food and other people that cook it for me. Recently, I've been into hockey, which is a surprise to everyone because even though I have many interests and hobbies, I've never been into watching sports. And yes, heated rivalry did do that. I love community, I love pop culture, the mystical world, and yes, politics and religion. So all of these would be subjects that I would love to talk about. And yes, even politics and religion, specifically politics and religion, maybe. And so we'll see where that goes if you want to stay and listen for those episodes. Next question. Thank you for guiding me into the next question. When? I don't know yet. I don't know many things about this podcast. I don't have a catchphrase yet. I have no intro video, where after, the first introduction. I am just waiting for this podcast to tell me what it wants to be. And though I refuse to let it be only about weightlifting, which would be my safe choice, or books, I don't know. I just want this to be what it needs to be. And I am just figuring it out. I don't know my colors. I don't know my vibes. All I know is I want to have good conversations, either, by myself, monologuing to you, but more than that with people. And that is why I am just so excited. And I'm starting with people. I'll get to my solo episodes later on. Maybe we don't even get to those. I don't know. I'm figuring it out. But all I want is just to have good conversations and connection. So yes, I don't know where I will be posting these. I don't know if weekly, daily, not daily, weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, yearly. Maybe this is the only one that I post, or maybe you don't even see this. No, you will see this. And at this point, I've recorded 2 other ones. One of them was a trial, but the conversation went so well that by the end I was like, yes, I am posting this. I know this was going to be a trial, but this will work. And then we were done with the conversation. I look over, the camera's off. Apparently, for 4K, it would only shoot for 5 minutes. If I had done 1080, it would have done 30 minutes, which was like 1/3 of the conversation. And I just didn't know that until now. And so that happened. The audio wasn't great. And so now I only have one actually recorded. But the point is, I will post these. I just don't know when. And if you know anything about me, so I'm not very proud of it, but it's just an acceptance at this point. There's just nothing to do about it. I have a hard time being on time. So if I tell you it'll be, Mondays, I'll probably be Tuesdays, Wednesdays. I don't know. So the point is, I don't know yet. I don't want to pressure myself to do it weekly, bi-weekly. I don't know what it'll be. So the thing I have realized is that the amount of effort that these take is quite a lot. It's not just talking and posting, as you would know. I don't know. But I promise that once I have everything settled and a structure, I will let you know if there is going to be a constant date and time. But until then, I really appreciate if you just bear with me. We'll get there, I swear. I will try my best to not be in limbo. Okay, thank you. Next question. Where I am currently located in Austin, Texas, and my aim is for all of these episodes to be in person. So that is my way of telling all of my friends that, please, I need you to come visit me, and we can just, have a normal conversation, and then I'll just post it on the internet. And the other thing I know you're thinking is, what a podcast in Austin, Texas, groundbreaking. Yes, I know. Yes, I am very original, and I know I'm a trail setter and the first to ever do it, groundbreaking, whatever. Yes, thank you very much. Next question. Thank you. And the thing about me is, I giggle too much, and I've been looking at the sound waves on the microphone. It's just funny that sometimes they get too loud, so I hopefully will figure that out, so you're not, I'm not breaking your eardrums every time that I laugh, or I'll just go back, but I don't know, I'm figuring it out. Okay, so next question is how will you listen? The aim is to post these to YouTube and Spotify as video, and I'll post the best clips into Instagram as every other podcast does. And how will you listen? Ideally you will be somewhere cold. You will be covered up in a jacket. You will be surrounded by like 10 of your closest friends and family members, and you have like a bonfire, and you're burning marshmallows, and someone's doing a little s'more, and then you're projecting the video into like the sky or a panel or something, and then you have what are they called, like concert like stereo system, so you hear my voice like as it's meant to be heard at full volume, especially my laughs. Yes, that is how I want you to physically listen to this. Your next question, great question. And this is my most favorite question in the world, because I don't know many things about life, about this podcast, about the future, about the world, but I do know one thing, and that is that I was put on this earth to be a fangirl, and that makes me the luckiest person in the world, because I have the most talented, intelligent, creative, athletic, adventurous, aspiring friends. And I am so lucky to know and get to hang out with all my friends, and I love them so much. And I just love, fangirling about, famous people, but I love fangirling about my friends even more. And so that is why I am just so excited to do this. And I'm so excited to get to know my friends deeper and have them share certain parts of themselves with me and with you. I am just so excited for you to meet all of my friends. They're just such cool people, and I've just had like the best conversations, and I've learned so much already that I just know that this is going to be such a fun time, and I am so excited for all of my new friends that I have not met, that I will meet, and they will be here. All right, so why did I decide to do this podcast? Also, great question. I'm sorry, I'm just really dumb. Why? I don't know. Great question. I already said that. Yes, I did. I don't know how to talk to a camera. I am learning. Like I said with everything else, bear with me. I will get there. But why? I don't know. I've had lots of conversations with friends that always ends, at the end of the conversation of like, oh my God, we should start a podcast. And I am always like, oh my God, no, we shouldn't. Like, that is the dumbest conversation I've ever had. And it's fun because we're just here in the moment and no one is hearing us. But that is not what an entertaining podcast would be. And I love being dumb with my friends. And I think I've wanted to start a blog for so long. I've had so many different titles. I paid for a Squarespace domain for probably like 4 years for a page that never turned into anything, which I will tell you the name because I'm actually proud of that one. It was called Theoretically Qualified. And I think that was a way for me to not fight, but like accept my imposter syndrome and just be like, you know what, like, yeah, theoretically I'm qualified to share my opinion. And I'm not doing that anymore, I deserve to take up some space. Being perceived as something that has been a struggle for me for a while, you being one of those that you post a cute story and then as soon as people see it, you're like, oh no, why would I do that? And having like a moral, I don't know, pain, something, of having shared part of yourself with the world. And I do see like younger generations struggle a lot with that as well, with just the fear of being perceived. And I feel like that has stopped me from doing a lot of things that I actually like, just because social anxiety, imposter syndrome, all of the above. And I do not want to do that anymore. I want to dive deep and head first, and this is who I am, and I will make mistakes and I will learn from it, and I will say stuff that I will regret, and I will say stuff that you won't like and that I won't like, because we all change opinions. I feel like recently we have stopped allowing ourselves to be wrong, and we just hold each other to such a high standard of like morality, opinions, like everything needs to be the right thing to do and say at the right time. And that just paralyzes me from doing anything because it just won't be perfect. And so this is a way of, facing my fears head first. And here I am. So why in this moment? Why this podcast? Why now? I know that I have wanted to share my journey in Olympic weightlifting for a minute. I feel like a lot of us have gone through something similar. I have wanted to qualify to nationals for a while now. I tried before I quit for a couple of years. I never thought I would be back, and then I'm back, and just I never thought I would be able to, match and surpass my strength levels where I was before. And that is a story that I do want to share. But that will be for another time. But I was just feeling sorry for myself because Nationals is coming up next week. And I was just like, damn, I want to tell my story. It's not the right time. This year, it felt like it was the right time. It just, the way that everything was aligning, the way that I showed up for myself, the way that my family members showed up for me, the way that I try to face this fear of allowing myself to be seen trying. And I decided to post in my stories, I just wanted to feel my community, my support. And so I just posted kind of what I was feeling, the fact that I was just not ashamed of letting my friends know that I've had my heart broken with this so many times. And it's easier to do it in the dark. And I feel like a lot of people are just like, don't tell people your dreams. Don't tell people your goals until you have achieved them. And I disagree with that because I think we just need community a lot more. I hate the way we've all turned individualistic recently. And, I just wanted to share my journey and to bond and to allow my community to be there for me. I think we don't do that enough. And I knew there might be heartbreak, even though I was just so sure. My training, everything was great. Okay, this is not, that moment to talk about it. But yes, I was feeling sorry for myself. I was just like, damn, I just want to tell my story. And I was like, you know what? I'll just hone in my skills. I'll get into video editing. I'll just, do something, start recording, start posting. And then next year, when I finally qualify, I will, I'll, be a great videographer. And that video will be great. And, the storytelling will be Casey Neistat, levels of storytelling, and it'll be great. Anyway, I was just thinking that Nationals next week, and I was like, oh my God, I have all of these amazing friends that are going to Nationals, and I'm so happy for them. Yes, I'm jealousy, but in a good way, I'm just so proud of them, just going to Nationals in any sport, but in Olympic weightlifting, it's just not something to take for granted. And so I was like, oh my God, I have all these friends, and they also have stories, and they also, we all have shared to our own group of people, but not, to a further audience. And so I just reached out to my friends, and I was like, oh my God, I'm so excited that you're doing this. Would you want to come and talk to me and let me tell your story? And I don't know, insecurities, whatever. I thought all of them would be like, you weirdo, why are you talking to me? No, I don't know. Okay. And all of them immediately yes, I would love to go to your podcast, even though none of them knew I had a podcast. I didn't have a podcast. It all depended on starting it. And they all agreed, and they've all been really supportive. And like I said, I just recorded one. I'm looking forward to recording the other ones. But I just started getting so energetic, and I was walking around my apartment, and I was just doing laps, my heart rate, because I just started getting so energetic. I don't say this lightly, but it did feel kind of manic, that I was just, I was feeling it, and I was leaving a voice note to one of my friends, and I was like, oh my God, I have this idea, and this and that and that. Okay, it was so bad. But if you've received a voice note from me, you know that is normal. And yeah, that's just what happened. And every single moment from then, I have been so energetic. Everything about this podcast, I've been creating little logos in Canva because I don't know, much about editing, but I do know that I hate AI. That was another thing, in my list of like hobbies. I wanted to say like, but not AI. I don't fuck with AI. And I was just about to go on a tangent, but yes, make art, make shitty art, make human made art. Anyway, sorry, tangents, which I need to get better, since I'll be having my friends, and normally I'm the one that, my favorite type of conversation is the one that you're talking, your other friend is talking, and you're talking over each other, and you talk about like 20 different topics, and by the end you're like, wait, how did we get here? I don't know. But those are my favorite kind of conversations. But I know as a host, I will need to hone in my skills of listening and following a conversation and be able to bring it back. So I will try my best. I make no promises other than I will try my best. And what is that? Yeah, I think that's just how it got started. That's the why. My why on why I want to do this, why I keep on doing it is just, I just love my friends so much. They're just so talented. Just in all walks of life, and that is what I find the most interesting. I just want to be able to have those conversations. Like I just I have athlete friends, engineer friends, teachers, psychologists, tattoo artists, restaurateurs. They're starting businesses. I don't know. I just hope to create a space to provide visibility to normal people. And yes, I live in Austin. I'm from El Paso, Texas, Ciudad Juarez. So obviously whenever I started creating my list of people, those two are my focus, and all my friends. But I want to allow this to become whatever it wants to become. If that is just 5 episodes, then that is just 5 episodes. And I will be happy. I am just so energetic, and I've probably shared this YouTube video so many times in my stories. Friends are sick of it, but it's Ethan Hawke's. It's just a long video, and part of it is when he says, follow what you love and who you are is revealed. I think I've lived that mantra for so long. The fear of being perceived, the fear of being judged has not allowed me to do a lot of things. And yeah, I'm a lover girl. And yes, I don't know, I just might be too much, but I don't care. I just love poetry. I just love weightlifting. I just love being surrounded by passionate people, and that brings the best in me. So this year, I've been throwing myself into the things that bring me joy, into the things that make my soul come on fire. And that is why I'm doing this. That is why I'm not giving myself any room to back off. I want to post my friends' videos before they get to lift next week. Well, we'll see. I don't want to promise too much. I still need to learn how to edit videos. I edited in like high school, and my stories, but it's not the same as like an hour-long conversation. But yeah, that's why I'm not giving myself room to think too much about it. I've never felt this. I think I've only felt this energetic for, CrossFit, weightlifting, my family. And I'm not doubting myself. I'm going for it. I think that is a long answer to your last question of why. I do want to set some classroom ground rules. I have been in the internet for a long time now, and I've seen the comment section. So one thing I will say is I will guard my comment section against, mean comments. Always be kind to my guests. We're all normal people. We're all normal lives. Like, we don't have PR training. we're all doing our best. I'm just trying to create a community of like-minded people where we all support each other, where we're all, learning from each other, where, yeah, it's just a place of, supporting each other. So I do hope that the comment section remains positive. And yeah, that's it. I know I'm still figuring it out. I'm still figuring out the technical aspects. I'll figure out my talking points, voice. I have, oh my God, watched countless videos on how to talk, how to ask good questions. And they're all like, you have to have a cadence. You have to, speak slower. And again, if you've ever received, oh my God, the little wigglies over there in my lap, sorry. But if you ever received a voice note from me, I'm like, and yeah, it's funny sitting down with my friends having a conversation. I have found myself just like stumbling on my words. So I know as a host, you do expect someone to be more prepared, and I was trying to talk with a cadence. Anyway, I will try. So just give me some space to figure everything out, and I promise to keep you entertained. I promise to do my best. And with that, I do want to share one of my a quote that I found that I feel like applies to a lot of passions. This one specifically is about a writer. She's talking about writing, but I feel like I just love people that have a passion, and I feel like this could also apply to a lot of the way that my weightlifting friends, that we feel about weightlifting, or how people in a certain sport feel about their sport or their passions. And I just love passionate people, and I think this applies to everyone, and I just hope that you feel seen a little bit. So I'll share it with you. So this author is my new favorite author. I don't know how I did not know about her, and I've been, posting about her nonstop because I have become obsessed. So this is Clarice Lispector. I write because I have nothing else to do in the world. I was left over, and there is no place for me in the world of men. I write because I'm desperate and I'm tired. I can no longer bear the routine of being me. And if not for the always novelty that is writing, I would die symbolically every day. But I am prepared to slip out discreetly through the back exit. I've experienced almost everything, including passion and its despair. And now I'd only like to have what I would have been and never was. I think for a lot of us, our passions have saved us multiple times, and I think we need to stop stopping ourselves from pursuing our passions, whatever it is. I hope you pursue your passions, and I hope you stick around while I pursue all of mine, and I share with you the passions of all of my friends. All right. Thank you for listening. This podcast is called Chats with Maritz, and I will be your host, Maritza Almada. Sorry. Oh my God, I was so serious for a moment. I will catch you on the next one, and I can only improve. Okay. Thank you for listening. Love you. Bye.